I think when I reflect back and I look back at the times when I walk our kids into the Aviva Center, we drudge our snow boots, carrying our school bags onto courts, and we get the looks, we get the stares from other coaches, other participants that clearly to us gives us that negative feeling of we don't belong. It is not a great feeling to walk into any place to know that you are not welcome or you don't belong. If we are able to put our stamp in the community, that we are going to create a dignified space where community members are welcome and is run by its community organizations and community members, I think that alone is going to break down multiple layers of oppression, barriers to access, and to feel when they walk into that place, they are welcome and there's a dignified way of contributing to our general welfare of society.
Seriously, what you are doing is precious. Not every kid has this opportunity to play tennis freely. So it's a huge, I think, life-changing program that you're doing.
For our Jane and Finch neighborhood to know that we would have our first indoor tennis facility, that would be something remarkable to look back on, to know that we hit a tremendous milestone, that our community can access something that is of their own.
Just having the opportunity to play all year round instead of just 2 seasons of the 4 would definitely be better, and it would definitely give us a chance to practice and actually play.
And I really feel sad that because of COVID-19 and fall when it snows and everything, we can't play properly or practice, so we kind of lose our hand at it. With an indoor dome, it would be really easy and good to play and practice tennis, and it would really improve the skills.
I personally really love tennis and the program you guys made. Yeah, having an indoor bubble would be so amazing to continue playing tennis, meet new friends, learn new techniques of tennis and play all together. Like right now with Corona, we can't meet each other, but with an indoor tennis bubble, it would be such an amazing opportunity in circumstances like these.
Yeah, it would be a limitless opportunity. It would allow for flexibility. It would also allow for team building at different ages, and it would be open to us to go in at any time. And I think this would be so wonderful for everyone. And so I'm really looking forward to building at every level, every opportunity that we get.
The children can have access to a safe space where they can feel welcome and where they can feel like they can play anytime.
There's no limitation to what they can do as long as they have the opportunity.
This is something which lives with them for the rest of their life.
So what are your thoughts on having an indoor tennis dome for Philpott? You could play any day.
That would be super cool.
How much do you like tennis?
Like 1 to 10.
1 to 10, yeah. How much do you like tennis?
Like 10 or 9.
Oh, and do you want more?
Definitely.
Simone and Shaquille. Well, I have 2 boys that started tennis when they arrived first in this country, and it was an awesome opportunity. They have served us very well. It helped them to transition well in this country, socially, physically, and intellectually. They were disciplined during the games. The coaches were very good, very consistent with them.
When we came into Canada newly from India, that was the first sport which we started playing. And we found the entire atmosphere of Philpott very welcoming. And the coaches, especially Kim, you were our coach. We had a wonderful time and we felt very valued. It was a wonderful opportunity for us to network. And all the kids who came there were completely happy, and many of the freebies which Philpott gave away, like the rackets, the freezies, everything was really good.
So my 2 kids play tennis. They love it. I used to play tennis for a long time. In Lebanon, we play all year long. So we're We immigrated to Canada almost 8 years ago now. So yeah, it was nice to see my kids play tennis again. And the coaches are amazing. They loved it. They loved them. All good. Yeah.
We can enjoy tennis as a family, and then I see the Matthew has improved his communication skill. He was a shy boy. I found that Philpott leadership program really let him come out of his shell.
The first time that they came to the Philpott program, I think they were really excited because they got a good exposure to playing tennis, and then that kind of excited them, and then I think that triggered their interest in tennis. And in the way you guys trained them, I think they learned a lot of things pretty quickly. They learned the ways of the game, so I think that gave them an opportunity to kind of interact with other kids and build their personality.
For me, I just want to say, as a single parent, I just adopted these two boys. As you know, I couldn't afford it, so this is so awesome. And I would drive to that place. That would not be a problem.
Before coming, I had never played tennis before. I had no practice whatsoever. And I leave knowing that I now know a lot more than I did before. It's just been a great experience, coming, playing every day, just meeting other people, playing with other people. It's just honestly been great.
So some of the opportunities which I got in Philpott is that I got to meet Bianca and Tiki. That's like one of the biggest opportunities I've ever got in my life, and that's fun. I've also got to play a lot and also give an interview to the Rogers TV channel, and yeah.
Like when I first got to know that our dad had signed us up for tennis, I got really excited. But I got even more excited when I got to know that we had a great coach like you. It's basically like Philpott has filled our pot of opportunity to actually be able to do tennis.
It gives the kids something to look forward to after school. Maybe it's just close by, 15 minutes, like they just get to the tennis court and then they can play.
Previously, we could just have students coming in our summer program, like only for 2 months, and that's it, right? There's no more other programs that the students can play tennis in.
So I can't imagine these kids only coming for a week and not playing for an entire year. And it's just missed opportunity because they're not able to be at their full potential.
But now, with the indoor courts, they can come in every single day if they want to, like every single week, whenever they want to, and play tennis.
They can come back at any time. If they don't feel comfortable right now, they can come back later. It's a win-win situation. The coaches can coach all year round, and the children, they can pop in once a week or 5 times a week. And it's just a good way to make bonds.
It just adds on another aspect to the Philpott program as a whole, and that just brings the memories associated with tennis and makes them want to play tennis more. Because I remember when I started to play tennis, it wasn't really the sport that made me want to come back, but the memories I made while playing the sport with my friends. And that's what the students are going to get when they come into these indoor tennis courts. And that's what the Philpott is really all about.
My coaches were so supportive at Philpott, and they made it so fun. And they're like, yeah, you should volunteer. And I was like, yeah, I need volunteer hours. So I just went with it, and then I started the instructors program, and I did not plan on being a coach. This was just kind of like luck and fate at the same time. A beautiful accident because I just started tennis because Philpott was free and just why not? It's just a fun sport, and here I am teaching.
To those who may still see tennis as something inaccessible, this will be a welcome sight for change. And it would demonstrate to the world and to our community in particular that sport, tennis, can bring people together, and this facility itself would become that symbol.
That if they don't have this opportunity, they might have another path, which maybe we don't want that. And our goal is to give this opportunity with kids that they might don't have this opportunity to pay a huge amount of money every month.
To allow kids to see coaches year long and at like a diverse set, it allows them to be inspired and become a coach if they want to.
For example, our Jane and Finch community, those who wish to be involved in maybe the coaching route to get extra employment, we cannot provide that year long. So for them to save that time and actually work maybe longer shifts in their own community and be a leader in their own community to also get employed is going to be an incredible community asset.
Access to all year-round tennis would be really beneficial for like younger kids, for their mental health, just to kind of get away from the sort of online virtual aspect of like COVID right now. You know, get them out there, get them active, keep them healthy, developing themselves as a player and a person.
Friendships that are built are probably going to be longer lasting, given that the participants get to see each other on a daily basis for longer periods of time.
And it allows them to not only build relationships with their neighbors or the person who goes to their school, but to like everyone in the whole community. And that just allows them to diversify their mindset.
Building friendships in a sport is very important. Just building friendships in general. Like I didn't know anyone when I first came to the PSLP program, and when, you know, from playing tennis through a sport, I've developed friendships, and you know, those have become my networks, and I am grateful to have that from playing tennis.
I believe that kids are investments. So as we give them more opportunities, it's gonna have a long-term benefits for all of us. So our goal is to help the kids to have the opportunity to play for a long term. Maybe it also even help them to be a professional one day.
When I coached with Philpott and saw the kids, a lot of them asked us, like a surprising amount, we're like, oh, are you guys here next year? Like, where can we continue our tennis? And unfortunately, we weren't able to give them anything.
It can sometimes be difficult to keep the momentum going, you know, once school has started and you're finding it difficult to find time to spend on a court, right?
So it was incredibly disappointing to tell them that they had to wait an entire year, but they could always like feel free to play on the courts throughout the year, but it's like snow and no one takes care of them.
They may not come back to the tennis court, or maybe they lose their relationship with coaches or with other friends. So I really believe that playing tennis, it's not only a sport. We can build better kids for future.
This is how I see an indoor Philpott facility really helping the people who look at our organization for, for a way to turn tennis into what could be a lifelong passion.
If we have this opportunity to have an indoor tennis court, it can help us to continue our program, and we can teach them more, we can be more in touch with the kids.
It just brings us so many opportunities to come together and play tennis without letting COVID impact the sport. Courts can allow them to play more risk-free without the added effects of the weather, such as sunburn and etc. And it just brings so many benefits that the investment into this project will be worth it the long term.
It doesn't even rain or snow, it doesn't bother us. Like, we have our own indoor court. We can have it all year around just for us. That would be awesome. Yes.
Even if there's bad weather outside, they can just come to the indoor tennis courts and play tennis as if there is no bad weather. And that's the biggest benefit we get from this whole project.
Everyone needs to have activity for their mental health, for a whole lot of other reasons. And this project, I think, would be definitely a good and successful thing for everyone in the community, the parents, the children, for the young, for the old, for everyone. Like my son, right? He's coaching, so everyone can interact, which is why I think it's a really awesome, as what Stephanie or Netta, everyone's saying.
For myself as a coach, right, for the new young leaders, being able to have like this ability to develop their skills as a player, like in person, being able to interact with just other people, it'll definitely help them improve their social skills.
So these are the fundamental things that kind of make you a better human being, capable of kind of doing other things.
Despite all our backgrounds, we can come together, make our Jane and Finch corridor a better place, a more vibrant place, so that other people can look to this project as almost like a beacon of what can be done.
If Philpott has an indoor bubble, I think that would benefit us a lot, because that would help us play non-stop tennis during all seasons, just like how we used to do in summer, where we used to play tennis almost every day. So looking forward to it.
But come winter and fall, they miss those tennis classes, so that was kind of a big gap in between. Tennis court would kind of fill that gap. I think they would constantly want to play tennis, I think now. So I think, yeah, it's a good idea.
I think it's actually about time we do something that is even more meaningful for our community, right? We've stayed pretty much on the same course for almost, I would say, 10 years, right? At least our relationship, right? Doug Philpott goes back even further in the community. But for us to know that we have now established a demographic in the Jane and Finch corridor that would like to play more tennis, that would like to be employed through tennis, that would like to take advantage of all the benefits through our sport, that we can, kick it up to the next stage to actually really cement not only our organization's collaboration or our organization's legacy, but actually really meet the mission of what I believe Mr. Doug Philpott and also the various members that founded Jane and Finch Tennis Association, what they really wanted to do, right? To really make Jane and Finch a vibrant place. So to add a brand new piece of infrastructure in the community, that to me is a stamp of we are serious, we are invested, and we would like everyone to come along and be on board on this journey together, that we continue to change lives, create new opportunities, and show that we can do this through tennis.
So we are very happy that we have been with Philpott for almost 2 years now, and we are looking forward for every program which Philpott has in the future.
What you guys do is really wonderful, because I wish I was a kid here with Philpott. I would have pursued tennis very seriously. Probably I would not have been a professional tennis player, but to that level where I could proudly say I know how to play tennis, and I would have thoroughly enjoyed that game playing it. But my kids are doing it, and I feel really satisfied. At least my kids are getting that exposure. So I think you guys have a great cause, and I think that needs to be supported no matter what, because to get people to really go professional, you need to give them the first taste of what the sport is, right? So I think that is what you guys are doing, and that is kind of seeding a very big ambition in their minds.
You've been doing a great job with us and keep on developing our kids. Even during this time, you have opened up a homework club for our children. Shamon and Shaquille has been improving in their school lessons. Thank God for that. And so I'm really open to this opportunity. Shaquille said it's a lot of fun for him, and he says his physical ability has improved, so he's getting very bold and brave. Say hi, Shaquille.
Hi, Shaquille.
Tell them what tennis means to you. You remember you told me this morning it's a lot of fun, right? Mm-hmm. And you're looking forward to being a good tennis player for Canada, right?
Yeah.
So speak it, tell him.
Jason, you raise your hand.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
So will this cost a lot of money?
Will this cost a lot of money? Yes.